Some people look in the mirror and already know where the fat stubbornly stays. In my case, it was always the belly. Even with diet and training, it seemed to laugh back at me in the reflection. Only after studying and testing a new 4-step plan did I finally see the scale and the mirror start to agree. There's a real difference between general fat loss and burning stubborn fat, and it all starts by understanding the receptors that control it. With the right approach, even the hardest spot on your body starts to respond. I proved it firsthand. Instead of doing anything extreme, I adjusted my sleep, my eating schedule, and my activity level with intention. I combined proven strategies with simple habits that anyone can follow. And yes, even caffeine and intermittent fasting played a key role in this process. Oh, and for those who want to speed up the process, I have an exclusive guide we developed especially for you. This isn't an ad, it's real experience, but fair warning, this special offer is only available for a few days. Let's dive in and uncover what really melts stubborn fat. Coming home from vacation, I stepped on the scale and saw 198 pounds staring back at me. A real wake-up call that I couldn't ignore. The number was higher than I'd ever seen before, and it hit me hard. I reminded myself that not all that weight was fat. A lot of it was just water and glycogen from eating extra carbs and salty foods while traveling. It's normal for the scale to jump after a trip, especially with all the restaurant meals and less movement. Still, the message was clear. I needed a plan, not panic. Instead of beating myself up, I decided to channel that energy into action and get organized. I started by taking progress photos from every angle, front, side, and back, because visuals are often more honest than the scale and show changes you might not notice day to day. My goal was clear: lose fat, not muscle, and get myself competition ready. I wanted to see real transformation, not just a lower number. I built my plan around 4 proven principles. No gimmicks, no shortcuts, just evidence-based strategies that actually work and stand the test of time. The first few weeks brought a dramatic drop on the scale, mostly water weight, but it was motivating and proved the system was working as intended. Consistency and science became my foundation. Tracking meals, sticking to routines, and trusting the process every single day. Next, I'll break down each principle, from the biology of stubborn fat to the importance of meal timing and how to make it all work for you. This isn't just my story, it's a blueprint you can use to reach your own goals, no matter where you're starting from. Let's dive in and explore why some fat is so much harder to lose, and how you can finally overcome those stubborn spots. Why is some fat so stubborn? It's all about your fat cells' receptors. Fat cells have beta-2 receptors, the go for fat burning, and alpha-2 receptors, the stop. Areas with more beta-2 receptors lose fat easily. Stubborn areas like lower abs and thighs have more alpha-2 receptors, making fat loss harder. Even in a calorie deficit, these areas resist change. It's a survival mechanism. The strategy: create an energy deficit and use specific techniques to target those alpha-2 receptors. Fasted cardio and certain supplements can help tip the balance. Understanding this alpha versus beta dynamic is the key to unlocking stubborn fat. Now let's talk about the most important principle, the caloric deficit. The foundation of fat loss is simple. At its core, you must burn more calories than you consume. No matter what diet you follow, this principle remains unchanged. It's the universal rule that applies to everyone, regardless of age, gender, or metabolism. No diet works without a caloric deficit, period. You can try keto, paleo, vegan, or any trendy plan, but if you're not in a deficit, the scale won't budge. It's not about magic foods or secret tricks, it's about the math. Think of your body as an energy bank. When you eat, you make deposits. When you move, you make withdrawals. Every bite and every step counts toward your balance. Fat loss happens when withdrawals exceed deposits, forcing your body to use stored fat for energy. That's when real change begins. To set my deficit, I calculated my total daily energy expenditure, or TDE, and aimed for about 500 calories less per day. This approach creates a steady, manageable deficit that adds up over time. This pace is aggressive enough for steady fat loss but safe for muscle retention. It's sustainable, and it helps prevent burnout or extreme hunger. Protein was my priority. 1 to 1.2 grams per pound of body weight to preserve muscle and stay full. High-protein meals also help curb cravings and keep you satisfied longer. I filled the rest of my calories with complex carbs and healthy fats, focusing on whole foods for better nutrition and energy. Tracking everything with an app kept me honest and consistent. Logging meals, snacks, and even drinks made a huge difference in my results. Remember, no amount of cardio or supplements can outwork a calorie surplus. You can't outrun a bad diet no matter how hard you try. The caloric deficit is the engine, everything else just fine-tunes the ride. Without it, you're not going anywhere. Master this, and you're already halfway to your goal. Consistency is key, and progress will follow. Now let's enhance fat burning with intermittent fasting and take your results to the next level. With my deficit set, I used intermittent fasting, a 16-8 schedule, eating from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. Fasting keeps insulin low, which helps fat-burning hormones do their job. It also may increase blood flow to stubborn fat areas, making them more accessible for fat loss. My routine: black coffee in the morning, fasted training in the early afternoon, then 2 big meals and a shake. Fasting isn't magic, but it simplifies eating, improves insulin sensitivity, and makes sticking to a deficit easier. The key: you still need to control calories within your eating window. Strategic meal timing can optimize your body's ability to burn stubborn fat. Next, let's talk about fasted cardio. Fasted cardio, doing low to moderate intensity cardio before your first meal, can help target stubborn fat. In a fasted state, insulin is low and glycogen is depleted, so your body turns to fat for fuel. This is especially effective for stubborn areas with poor blood flow and high alpha-2 receptors. I did 30-45 minutes of brisk walking or elliptical before breaking my fast. The key is to keep intensity moderate to avoid muscle loss. Fasted cardio isn't magic, but it can give you an edge when everything else is dialed in. Remember, the daily calorie deficit still matters most. Use fasted cardio as a strategic tool, not a replacement for fundamentals. Now, let's talk about the overlooked key: sleep. Sleep is a game changer for fat loss, yet it's often ignored. Poor sleep disrupts hunger hormones, making you crave junk and feel less satisfied. It also raises cortisol, which promotes belly fat and muscle loss. Recovery happens during sleep. Without it, your workouts and diet suffer. I aim for 7-8 hours nightly, with a consistent schedule and a cool dark room. Treat sleep like your diet or training non-negotiable. Quality sleep supports fat loss, muscle retention, and willpower. Now let's look at smart supplementation. Supplements are just that, supplemental. They're not a shortcut. I stick to evidence-based options that support my main principles. Some help with appetite, others with energy or performance, and a few target stubborn fat pathways. Always start with low doses and assess your response. Never rely on supplements alone. They're the final 5% of your strategy. Next, I'll break down the exact stack I used: what, why, and how. Remember, supplements enhance a solid foundation, they don't build it. Let's get specific. My 2 essentials: whey protein and caffeine. Whey protein helps preserve muscle during a deficit and keeps you full. 1 scoop post-workout delivers 20-25 g of fast-digesting protein and boosts calorie burn through digestion. It's also the most satiating macronutrient, making it easier to stick to your plan. Caffeine, via black coffee or pre-workout, boosts energy, focus, and gym performance, especially when calories are low. It doesn't break your fast and can slightly increase fat burning. These basics are more important than any fat burner on the market. Now let's talk about advanced options: creatine and yohimbine. Creatine monohydrate and yohimbine HCl are my advanced picks. Creatine keeps muscles strong and full, even in a deficit. No need to stop during a cut. 5 grams daily help me maintain strength and muscle. Yohimbine targets stubborn fat by blocking alpha-2 receptors. Take it fasted, as insulin negates its effects. I use 0.2 milligrams per kilogram before fasted cardio, but start low to assess tolerance. Yohimbine isn't magic, but it can give a small edge when everything else is dialed in. Always prioritize safety and consult a professional if unsure. These supplements support, not replace, the fundamentals. Now let's talk about the real secret: consistency. The 4 principles took me from 198 to 173.6 pounds. No magic, just science and discipline. The hardest part is maintaining progress as you get leaner. Consistency is everything. It's not about perfection, but about showing up day after day. I'll keep adjusting calories and cardio as needed, always prioritizing muscle retention. I'm documenting the journey to show the real process of getting stage ready. Drop your guess for my final stage weight in the comments. I'll shout out whoever gets closest. Thanks for your support. Remember, consistency beats perfection. Find a science-based plan you can stick to and execute relentlessly. See you in the next update as we get closer to the stage. That's my exact strategy for dropping 24.4 pounds and kickstarting my prep. Every principle, deficit, fasting, cardio, sleep, and smart supplements plays a role. Attack fat loss from all angles, especially when stubborn fat won't budge. The journey isn't over and I'm excited to share the final push. Drop your guess for my stage weight below. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe for more updates. Stay disciplined, trust the process, and I'll see you in the next one.